Hi, my name is Officer Jimenez, and today I will be conducting your citizenship interview. How are you feeling today? That's great. We're going to place you under oath now. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can put your hand down and you can take a seat. Did you remember to turn your cell phone off? Can you show me that you turned it off? Great, thank you. Can I see your appointment letter, please? Do you have your permanent resident card and your ID with you? Just show them to me. Okay, you can put them away now. What is your full legal name? Are you going to change your name today? Have you used any other names in the past? Okay, before we continue, I will need to take a picture. Please look directly at the camera. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Now I will need to take your fingerprints. If you can please place your right index finger on the fingerprint scanner. Perfect. Now we are going to do the civics test. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. You will need to answer 6 of them correctly. When do we celebrate Independence Day? Name one state that borders Mexico. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? How many justices are on the Supreme Court? Who is the commander-in-chief of the military? We elect a U.S. senator for how many years? What is freedom of religion? Okay. Now we will do the reading and writing part of the interview. Please write the following sentence on this piece of paper. Columbus Day is in October. Columbus Day is in October. Columbus Day is in October. Now, please read the following sentence. Okay. What is your country of origin? And what is your date of birth? Do you have your birth certificate with you? Can you hand it to me, please? Now, regarding your birth certificate, do you have an English translation with you? Give me one moment. I need to verify something, okay?
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con la práctica? Recuerda que si te gustaría prepararte para responder una entrevista como esta, ofrecemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte.
Okay, let's continue. How tall are you and how much do you weigh? What are the last 4 digits of your social? What is your phone number? Did you prepare a lot for your interview today? That's good. Are you married? What is your spouse's full legal name? And when did you get married? Can I see your marriage certificate? I also need to see supporting documents for your marriage. How many times have you been married? Have you ever been divorced? Please hand me the documents from your divorce. Do you have children? I need to see the birth certificates of your children, please. Do you have extra copies for yourself from all these documents? Because I will need to keep these. Okay. What is your relationship with your children? What is your mailing address? Is this your permanent address? How long have you lived at this address? Do you have a proof of address? Show it to me, please. What is your previous address? Did it take you a long time to get here from your address? Yes, the traffic can get pretty bad sometimes. Are your parents U.S. citizens? How did you become a permanent resident? And how long have you been a permanent resident? Okay. Were your parents married before your 18th birthday? What do you do for a living? What is the name of your employer? Do you like what you do at your job? That's great. What do you do at your job? What are some of your job duties? And how long have you been employed there? Now, regarding some of your trips, when was the last time you traveled out of the United States? Who traveled with you? Where did you go? What date did you come back? In the last 5 years, how many trips have you taken out of the United States? How many total days have you spent outside of the United States in the last 5 years? Have you ever spent more than 6 months out of the year outside of the United States? Now I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just answer yes or no. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Why is that? Why have you never voted? Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution? Did you file your taxes this year? I will need to see the tax returns for the last 3 years. If you can hand them to me, please. Are these all the documents? Okay. Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated with the Communist Party, any other totalitarian party, a terrorist organization? Can you tell me what communism is? Can you tell me a country that has communism? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following: genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations, not letting someone practice his or her religion? Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups: military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization? Can you explain to me what a militia is? Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following: prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? Do you know what a prison or jail is? What is a prison or jail? I can tell you prepared yourself well for the interview. How long did it take you in your process to prepare? That's good. Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so? Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person, or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? How about back in your country of origin? Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that helped or supported people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer, including immigration officials or any official of the U.S. Armed Forces, for any reason? What were you cited for? Okay, I need to see the tickets and proof that you paid them. If you can hand them to me, please. Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or rehabilitative program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, been placed on probation, or been paroled? Have you ever been in jail or prison? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? Been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Been married to more than one person at the same time. Married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit. Helped anyone to enter or tried to enter the United States illegally. Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony? Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Can you tell me what a habitual drunkard is? Okay. Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been ordered removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays? Can I see the proof of enrollment for the Selective Service? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? That's great. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? And if the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Okay, give me one moment. Okay, at this time, you approved your citizenship interview. However, I need to submit all these documents before I can give you a decision. You're going to receive a letter in the mail asking for more documents or giving you the approval or more information about your case. At this time, you did great. Just check your mail for the letter. This can take about 1 to 2 weeks to give you an update on your case.
Si te gustaría informarte de cómo son las entrevistas en la oficina que a ti te corresponde, dónde tendrás tu entrevista, te invito a que nos sigas en nuestro segundo canal de YouTube, Citizens Ahora. En este segundo canal ponemos experiencias todos los días de diferentes partes del país. Puede ser que una de estas experiencias te dé información que tú necesitas para tu entrevista. Así que no olvides, síguenos en nuestro segundo canal de experiencias, Citizens Ahora.